welcome to Untitled Chapter, and today I'll be doing a reading for Cancer. Alright, so this is for any placements of Cancer you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms because everyone knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I use Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck and Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck, and I'll also mention when it's time for you to utilize your own intuition. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Cancers, I have one placement of Cancer in my chart. Let's get into the cards. So, So, the first set, alright, starts off with the Four of Winter, which talks of going within and figuring out what your next step is due to a Seven of Winter, because the Seven of Winter would be the Seven of Swords, right? It would be that there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So if you want to see things clearly at this point, it's best for you to go within and figure out what you need to do next, right? Yep. And once you do that, once you figure out what you need to do next to make the right choice, you're definitely going to be able to tap into the Justice card, which is Libra energy, right? It's talks of take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decision. Yes. Right. So take your time. And when you are able to win in the end, that's going to give you some reassurance that what you are doing is correct in your life, and due to that, you'll be able to become the magician of your life, which means that you will be able to manifest whatever you want, whenever you want, and be able to better go through life. Now, that does not mean that you won't have any difficulties that arise, but it just means that you'll be better equipped to deal with them. And then you have the Renewal card. So once you are better able to deal with whatever is coming towards you, that just indicates that you are now able to review the past and present to see which works for you and decide on what's best, right? And what you would like to continue with. Now, for the second set, alright, you start off with the Queen of Spring. And the Queen of Spring is a brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly individual. It says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. You'll know what you want to do, and that will demand a sort of balancing act on your part, which will then lead you to want to become or take on a mentor. Let's take a break from society, or begin a commit to your spiritual growth, right? Yeah. And so you're going to commit to your spiritual growth, but at some point you might be between two thoughts. You might not know which journey is the best choice for you, with the Two of Winter, which is the Two of Swords, which talks of indecision is holding you back. Make the decision that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellect and the mind. Yep. So, but I feel like that is going to give you the most difficulty that you're going to have throughout everything that you are doing, alright? Which is not due to, but I feel like if you don't watch it and if you don't pay attention to these hidden clues, it will ensue a Nine of Spring. Can I even say that? It will cause a Nine of Spring, which is protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. Basically, if you don't see the signs before they appear, if you don't see the signs, the premonitions that are coming towards you before the big tidal wave happens, you will be in the Nine of Spring type energy, where you will feel like you need to protect yourself. But if you take things as they should be done, and you are able to better place yourself in regards to this, then it will be amazing, right? And if all of this when and if you go through a 9 of spring, or if you avoid it by being able to see the signs that are coming in, you'll be able to tap into a 3 of summer energy, which talks of news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. Yes, things are going well. Now, the third set, we begin it with a King of Winter, and we close it off with the Queen of Winter. So we begin it with the King of Winter, right? And the King of Winter talks of a knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional individual. It says, get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, unemotional relationships. And this is where your intuition comes in handy, because I do not know. I came to a stump, right? To a stump. I mean, I don't have any idea what the next phrase that I should have said was, and so that is my indication that it is up to you. Oh, by the way, if I haven't mentioned, Justice is a Libra card. The Magician didn't really have a sign, nor the Renewal, but the Hermit is a Virgo card. Okay. So you are, so I was guided to look at the 3 of summer, which means that you're celebrating something. You're celebrating something and you want to take it to the next level, and you don't know how. So that is why you will probably need to get professional advice. And this advice will remind you of something that was told to you in your childhood. Right? Because the 6 of summer talks with children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they actually occurred. If I speak too fast, just let me know in the comment section below. Okay? Just so I know. Then you have a Prince of Summer. Now, a Prince of Summer would be the Knight of Cups, who is a romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious individual. It says falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. I feel like, yeah. So you got the unemotional advice from the King of Winter, and then something happened that completely threw you off course, that reminded you of something from your past, and that thing was so intense in emotion that you're like, nah, I need to go after this, but it wasn't grounded, but it's not grounded. So that will ensue is a tower moment, which is a life experience, something that you can learn and grow from. These tower moments are generally difficult in nature. I say this with previous experience, so I've been through it, so I know what it is. Though once you go through a life experience and you've seen what you want to avoid, okay, you will be able to attract a King of Summer into your reality, who is a honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted individual. It says a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in cultural or creative endeavors. Yes, you are attracting what you want at that point, which is great. Then you have the 6 of spring. Now, the 6 of spring talks of publicly recognized success. It says wonderful news is on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition, publicly acknowledged success. That was a very long way of saying the same thing. Success and public recognition. You are publicly recognized for your success. Same things. Then you have the 6 of winter. Now, the 6 of winter talks of moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, to have changes that bring relief from challenging times. Okay? Yeah. Which will then ensue a balance, which is the Temperance card in this deck, which is Sagittarian energy, which talks of Take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. Yep, so you're going to get success, and then everyone's going to give you their 2 cents about how you should do it, how you can make it more successful, and whatnot. But that is where you, as an individual, come into the mix. You need to decipher all that information, see what you want to keep and what you want to do away with, and be able to decide, you know, what it is you like or what it is you don't want to, what it is you don't like and what it is you don't want to listen to. Then you have the Ace of Autumn. Now the Ace of Autumn, alright, talks of a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project, a happy change in your career. Yes. So once you do balance, once you do merge viewpoints with, once you merge everyone's viewpoints together, I feel like you are going to be able to have an idea about what your next step is. But the essential thing is that it's going to be your decision, your idea. You're the one who's going to marry all of them together and be able to make something better for you, right? And due to that, you'll be able to, like I said, you'll marry all of it together and create something better for you. That is when the Empress comes in. And the Empress talks of time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. So you're basically utilizing your creative nature, your creative forces to create something better out of all the advice that you got, because you, at the end of the day, are the one that can make everything come together, right? Yep. Next, you have the Queen of Winter. Now, the Queen of Winter, like I said, was closing this set off, is a strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny individual. It says, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. I mean, with the unemotionally attached King of Winter, of course she's going to be divorced. Right? Yeah, unmarried or divorced individual. Of course. She's like, well, I didn't get the necessary attachment that I wanted from the King of Winter, so I just bounced. I left him in the dust, and I went after my happiness. Now, for the fourth set, alright, like, I bounced. I said I bounced, and look what the next card is. The Eight of Summer. The Eight of Summer talks of, right, the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Next, Eve. Now, this could be in love, this could be at work, this could be wherever, and this is where your intuition comes in handy. Wherever it feels like you are noticing a little disconnect, and where you are noticing that you are not completely fulfilled, that is where you are going to walk away from. Okay? Yeah. Then you have the Four of Autumn. Now, the Four of Autumn talks of manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money, help out those who are less fortunate. I feel like that is your next calling, possibly, but the medium through which you're going to do this might differ. You know, some people will be benevolent works, other people will be coaching, some people will be finances, whatever, right? It's going to differ for every single one of you and change, right? Next, you have the Prince of Autumn. Now, the Prince of Autumn is a very dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous individual. It says cautious with wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. Basically, what I'm getting is that you are becoming this, or you are attracting this into your reality. So I'm continuously going back to the Four of Autumn, which indicates to me that this is closely related to that. So the Prince of Autumn might be the one who is giving you help, or you might be the one giving someone else help, is what I'm getting, because you are the dependable one, right? Yeah. Now you have the Five of Summer. Now the Five of Summer talks of trust that there's a reason for everything that is happening. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Yep. So, what I'm getting from that is that, alright, yeah, you're kind of down in the dumps because of the Four of Autumn. I feel like whoever this is, alright, if this is, I feel like I'm talking to you or the cross watcher, the one who's actually going to help to others is the one this is referring to, and I feel like they are down in the dumps. I personally work with someone who is kind of like this. She feels like things are going. I actually don't know what she feels, but I know that she's not happy with her current situation. And so she comes to us for help. And this is just saying trust that everything is happening for a reason, right? And I feel like that is what is coming up. Then you have the Five of Autumn. Now the Five of Autumn talks of exactly the same thing. Well, not exactly, but the Four of Autumn is that you are managing your resources wisely in order to better distribute it, is what I'm getting. Then you have the Five of Autumn, which talks of reach out to others for assistance. This was what I was thinking of when I was talking about the Four of Autumn. So reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. Yep. It's very befitting because, yeah, that lady I was talking about is kind of tight on money at this moment. That's why she's coming to us for help. And, yeah, so it's very interesting. Yes. Now, the next card is the Three of Winter. Now, the Three of Winter talks of reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. So what was coming up in the Four of Autumn, okay, that you need to, or the Five of Summer, actually, the Five of Summer, which was that you should believe and trust that everything is happening for a reason right now. Excuse me. That everything is happening for a reason right now basically is saying that this is only to make you stronger, right, in the long run. Because I went through now this might not seem similar, but it is. I went through a tower moment back a couple of years back, and it was excruciating. It was for me, it was a karmic relationship, and it ruined me. It did. For like a year and a half, I was out of where I should be. Okay, it took me off my actual timeline. But I did grow stronger in the end because of it, and that is what I'm trying to say. You will grow stronger in the end from this situation, even though it doesn't look like it at the moment, right? Next card is the Ten of Spring. Now, the Ten of Spring talks of ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities, right? Just like I mentioned about my tower moment, okay? This is basically saying that, so even though you are going to help, it's not going to be easy. You will have to put in some of your own effort into the mix to be able to grow stronger from this. So if you expect other people to do the work for you, it won't work. It just won't work. The only thing that it will do is make it harder for you. Then you have the Two of Spring. Now the Two of Spring talks of a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. So this is basically, if you work with others, it will bear fruit, but you need to make sure that you're working with a person that has the group's interest in mind. Okay? Yeah, and I'm saying that to personal experience because at some point, even possibly today, well, less today than before, but while I was in university, I was only thinking about myself and not really of the group, and it didn't really help our odds and our grades, so yeah. I was not a good partner in some cases, so take it from my experience. Pick your partners well. Okay, by being assertive and not backing down from what you believe. All right, courageously stand up for yourself and your group and what you want to create in the world and what you want to do. Because if you don't stand up for you, no one will. Right. Next, you have the Five of Strength. So if you don't stand up for you, there will be this. There will be opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself and others, overly ambitious people. Yes. Right? This is what I experienced, when everyone is in it for themselves and no one else, the group loses its traction. It also loses its mastermind. There is a concept called mastermind. When two people come together to work on a project, they not only they have a mastermind. They create a mastermind, which is a third mind on top of. It's like the group mind is created. And so, because I was not fully engaged in all the groups that I was a part of, that mastermind kind of fell to shreds or something along those lines. But what that allowed me to do, okay, and what this will allow the person who is the weakest link in the group would allow them to do is realize, well, at least this was my case, so I don't know for who this is, but someone in the group is going to have a awakening, a realization, a understanding. Something is going to be clear to them. And yes, they will be able to make sense of it all. With the Princess of Winter, who is, in my opinion, the light worker in this group, alright, in the court cards, alright, because it says inquisitive, truthful, realistic, and undiplomatic. And I said this because at least for me, as a light worker, I had difficulty communicating with others at the very beginning. So I needed to relearn how to communicate properly with people. Or actually learn from the start, because I didn't know it fully from the beginning. So at the bottom it says information that can help you, but which may be a difficulty here, which is something that I would generally do, right? Then you have speak the truth with kindness, an indigo, child, or adult. It's the last part that makes me say that they are the light workers of the court cards. The indigo, child, or adult. They have a keen knowingness of things, right? Now the next card is the King of Autumn. Now the King of Autumn is a compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted individual. It says, be assertive when it comes to your career. No, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. So, what is this getting at? It is getting at that, okay, so you are becoming more intuitive, you are knowing things, you are utilizing that to the best of your abilities, and so one of the things that happens when you become to awaken is that you're kind of off kilter, in the sense that you're so engrossed in trying to make sense of your gifts and all those things that you have difficulty in managing your material abundance and your material manifestations. And that is why a King of Autumn is suggested. Let it be in yourself or in another person. To awaken that gift within you, to manifest what you want in the material realm, is extremely important and extremely necessary as a human being, living a human experience. Right? Some people don't, rather not, which is fine. But if you want to live a happy, healthy life, the best would be to begin to be able to master your manifestation ability. Alright? So, my gorgeous and fellow Cancers, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you would like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the buy price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment. I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Cancers, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!